My name is Laura Wick, and I am the founder of Body Mind Coaching. I'm an ICF accredited coach, trainer, and facilitator, and I teach embodied communication. And yesterday, I was on this Q&A call where a lovely, amazing practitioner who has years of experience. She is multi-passionate in that she has Reiki, massage, health coaching, nutrition. She's taken all sorts of trainings and certifications and stepping into this coaching business. And the thing she said to me is, Laura, I am multi passionate. I love what I do, but I often feel stuck. I feel stuck knowing what to offer my clients. I feel stuck in the direction that I'm supposed to choose, the content I'm supposed to create, all of that good stuff. And so I wanted to bring that here live with all of you today. I'm curious if anybody resonates with this. If you happen to be joining me live, I'd love to. Hi, nice to see you. Let me know where you're joining me from. I'm so grateful to have you here. But this is not my first rodeo. And I think that there's a lot of things that the coaching industry has done as a disservice, especially to multi-passionate coaches and consultants and business owners and practitioners. It's not your fault. Okay. You are glorious and amazing. Your passions, your desire to serve, all of the things that you offer are these gifts that you have been given. And I love that we have somebody joining me from Rome, Italy. Hi, Tyler. Thank you for being here. I'm curious what your multi passions are, if you want to put those in the chat as well. So I think, we have all experienced this explosion. There's layers to this, okay? So we're gonna talk through a couple of them. Number one is the industry itself. I know I was taught very early on when I got online to niche down, right? Like find your target audience, niche down, be specific. And not to say that that is not good advice and helpful, but for the multi-passionate folks in the room, it can feel like you're cutting off your left arm in order to fit into a box to make other people happy. And a lot of the folks in my profession that I work with are also naturally people pleasers. And so this idea that you have to self-sacrifice to fit into some ideal can be really harmful and perpetuate a lot of unconscious beliefs and patterns. The other side of this is if you have any perfectionist tendencies, then it's the never ending swirl of I have to get it right. Not only do I have to cut off my left arm, or maybe I have to pick the right appendage to cut off and pick the right offer to put out there and pick the right passion to get started. Now we throw in that perfectionism and it can feel like you're constantly starting over. You're constantly like getting things in motion, doubting yourself, and then going down another rabbit hole with another project. And so I think that a lot of that messaging, while definitely helpful in certain cases, in if you're going to I'm sending this out to multi-passionate people. I'm specifically naming a group, a struggle inside of this message that has gone out. Doesn't mean you're the only people that I work with, but just in this message, in this moment, you are the folks that I'm talking to. So there's that. Okay. The other part of this that I see, and this will make sense in a moment, is a lot of the multi-passionate, especially folks who love to chase education and trainings and certifications. A lot of this is coming from a deeper belief and pattern that we are taught in the world that in order to be of value, my computer just flipped. No idea what's happening. We're going to hold off a second. Internet gods have got something to say. Okay. Hope I'm still there. My whole system just flickered. Must be a powerful message. So A lot of us, especially me, I'm a Midwest girl. I was a massage therapist for years, where unconsciously, for my entire life, I was taught that my doing is what created value. Okay. I physically had to deliver a service to be paid. And in order to be better at the service that I delivered, I had to increase my knowledge, improve my skill, and deliver a better service, right? In order to be paid more. And so what happens is this unconscious belief that in order, like there's opposing things happening here. One is when it comes to creating coaching offers and stepping into a business structure that is naturally designed to have more ease and expansion, a lot less doing, your nervous system fights that. That actually feels really uncomfortable. And so there's these different forces at play where you're naturally curious, you're naturally lit up by lots of stuff. And then on top of that, the world says, oh, in order for you to be valuable, you have to do a lot, you have to learn a lot, you have to have lots of information, but then you have to cut off your left arm to go and be successful. Yeah, right? And so this swirl happens. Here's what I think most people get wrong, especially multi-passionate folks around coaching and offers. There's this idea that your coaching program is this one thing with this 8 modules and blah, 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 and that's your coaching program. But coaching, I think, is even simpler than that, more nuanced than that, and even more powerful than that. Coaching is holding somebody in a state of transformation. It is meeting them where they are, helping them connect to their strengths, their goals, their desires, supporting them in creating the action plan and moving forward, and walking with them in that accountability space, helping them create momentum and actually get in motion so that the thing they desire becomes their reality. And as a multi passionate person, your ability and your knowledge and experience and your passions over multiple areas can really serve the person in that journey. And if you start to look at coaching as less about what you teach and the modules and the stuff, and more about the client journey and the process, you realize that your passions serve really your clients in a broad spectrum of ways. When I'm coaching folks, I draw on my experience as a massage therapist, right? Because even founders, executives, right? You don't have to be a massage therapist to know what it's like to have stress in your shoulders, right? But that stress is trying to tell you something. And my skills and experience as a body worker can really key into that experience, even if I'm doing virtual coaching. I often draw on my years of experience as an entrepreneur, business owner. I love making offers. I have a natural ability to just spew out your marketing in like 5 seconds. It just happens, right? I'm a mom. I'm an autism mom. My son is adopted. Like I have all of this experience and all of these different passions that I can bring into the coaching session to match the person with what they need. Your coaching program, and I would even say your coaching offer, has very little to do with you. It has everything to do with the person sitting in front of you. And this is a big reason why I believe the embodied communication is the key to this, because it's how do you support the person in front of you? It's how do you hold them in a space of finding, again, their strengths, their desires, right? The thing that moves in them, through them, with them, that they want to put out into the world. That is the key of coaching. And when you start to look at your offers, your marketing, your sales, your programs. From that lens, it actually makes it simpler and allows you to claim all of yourself inside of your coaching. I'm going to share an example with you, and I just want to say for anybody who is like sitting here, like, oh my God, you're speaking to me, right? I've been trying to piece it together, trying to figure it out, trying to put it all, all the things. Um, I'm going to put a link in the recording. Give me a minute to put that out. I'll put a link in the recording, just where a place where we can connect, and see, what is your aligned next step, and if I can support you, if Body Mind might be a fit to help you in your journey. So here's my little analogy that I'm going to end with. Again, I was taught my doing equals value. If I'm going to be, if I'm worthy, I have to do first. And in order for me to be worthy, I also have to know a lot, have a lot of education, yada, yada. So I like to equate this to collecting bricks. Okay. Don't laugh at me. I have a brick collection. I brought a couple out here to show you. This is my Nelsonville block when I lived in Nelsonville, Ohio. It's a little dirty. This is my, it's technically called a star brick, but I know it has circles in it. I have one from where I went to college. I have bricks. Okay, you guys, I know it's a problem. But trust me in this analogy. Again, multi-passionate people. You are naturally curious and you want to learn and you want to know all the things. Add that to the fact that our world says in order for you to be valuable, you have to have a lot of information. And then the coaching industry says you have to pick a lane and then say it perfectly, make sure, the unconscious beliefs of making sure everybody knows what it is and everybody's happy and you're helping everybody. And it's like you have to, at the same time, both know it all, have it all, and yet cut off a part of you to move forward. No wonder you feel stuck, right? Because it's like these competing messages that are all subconsciously, literally in your fascia, happening all through there. Okay. So what happens, what I see with a lot of multi-passionate people, a lot of folks who are genuinely dedicated to being good at what they do, high integrity, is they go around collecting bricks. Certifications, degrees, trainings, expertise, right? And they are collecting bricks with the desire to build something sustainable. But I don't know about you. I have a collection of bricks that if you just have bricks, they don't do much than sit there. You need the piece in the middle. You need the mortar. You need the thing that actually brings it together, that allows you to build and hold and grow something beyond just you, right? I think a lot of multi-passionate people feel like they have to pick a brick and sell you this brick. When, first of all, you could probably give two shits about this brick. It's a great brick. Got some good stories behind it. I can tell you all about it, right? This isn't why people buy. The reason why people buy is you're trying to sell a single brick versus saying, here is the pathway. You need the pathway. And the pathway, the mortar, the thing that allows you to build something that is sustainable, that lasts, that doesn't require your constant doing, something that literally comes up under your feet and holds you. The key to that is coaching. And I'm even going to simplify it. It's communication. Embodied communication is every part of your business. Your offers are a conversation. Your marketing is a conversation. Sales is a conversation. Delivery, conversation. Your social media, conversation. All of it comes down to this communication piece of it that lets you meet the person. There goes my computer again. I think my camera's good. That allows you to meet the person where they are. Help them identify where they're stuck. Listen to that and say, hey, would you like to hear how I can help you? And instead of showing them a lot of bricks or feeling like you have to pick up one brick and sell them that, you simply say, look, I know where you've been. I understand what you want. And here is a pathway that will help you get there. That's the shift. So, again, let me see if I can grab that. I'll put the appointment type in here if anybody is curious to connect. Got to find the right link. I will put this in. Here it is. Got it. Feel free if this resonates with you, if you're curious to explore how body mind might support you. If you are one of those multi-passionate people that is looking for some clarity, let's connect. Grab a time to talk. And thank you for being here with me. Thank you for following, sharing. If you know anybody that needs to hear this message, that is like in the swirls of their offer, that is like trying to figure out what exactly it is that they do, all of that, send them here, right? Because they have gotten focused on the bricks and they are forgetting that the goal is the path. That's what makes your offer simple. That's what makes your coaching simple. That's what actually brings it all together. And that's what I help you do. I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And now I get to do this awkward thing. Oh, where I get to find the end button. I found it. Yay. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.